My wife cheated on me and left, telling me I should thank her for setting me free. She said I was holding her back, that my life was too small for someone like her. I didn't argue. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I simply signed the separation papers on a Wednesday, watched her pack her things, and helped load her suitcases into the back of her sedan. She drove straight to the oral surgeon she'd been seeing behind my back. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and keep watching, because the best part's coming up next. I didn't even know his name then. I only learned later that her new man had a big house and a bigger ego, and that she thought she'd just upgraded. But here's the part she didn't know. The day after I signed those separation papers, I bought my usual Thursday lottery ticket, something I'd been doing once a week for 5 years. Same gas station, same quick pick, same $20. Except this time, I won. $8.7 million. Just me. No other winners. And because of the timing, because the ticket was purchased the day after the legal separation, every penny was mine. I didn't scream. I didn't dance around the kitchen. I didn't call anyone except the lottery office and the lawyer they recommended. I just sat at my table staring at that ticket, shaking so hard I could barely hold it. My lawyer said, "Congratulations, twice." Twice because I'd won the money, and twice because the timing meant my soon-to-be ex-wife had absolutely no legal claim to it. One day earlier, she would have been entitled to half. Millions. Gone. But she had insisted on rushing the separation. She wanted out fast. She wanted her new life with her oral surgeon. Her freedom cost her more than $4 million. For 3 months, I told no one except my parents and the lawyer. I made no sudden changes. I still drove my old truck, still wore my same work boots. I quietly paid off my half of the house, pushed the sale through, and bought a modest but beautiful condo downtown in cash. I left my electrician job, not out of laziness, but because I finally had the chance to chase something I'd always wanted to do: architectural design. I signed up for classes at the community college, bought the textbooks, and for the first time in years, woke up excited. The house sold in February. She got her half, around $160,000, and I got mine. I had no intention of speaking to her again. But life never makes clean breaks as easily as lawyers do. Apparently, a co-worker of hers spotted me at a nice restaurant downtown. I wasn't flaunting anything, just meeting with my financial advisor. But I guess condo downtown, nice clothes, business meeting, was enough for gossip to start. 3 days later, I got the text. "Hey, can we talk?" I stared at it. 3 months of silence, and suddenly, she wanted to talk? I ignored it. Then came another message. "I know you're seeing this. Please, we need to talk." I finally replied, "If it's about the divorce, contact my lawyer. It's not about the divorce. It's about us." Us. I almost laughed. There had been no us for a long time. I blocked her number. The next day, her mother called me. I liked her mom. She was always kind. A good woman. But this time she was calling to plead on her daughter's behalf. "She's been doing a lot of thinking," her mother said. "She knows she made a mistake." "She made a lot of mistakes," I said. "And I'm done." Her mother tried to guilt me. She said the oral surgeon had dumped her after 3 weeks, that she'd had to move back home, that she regretted everything and wanted a second chance. Then she pushed harder, saying my new lifestyle showed that her daughter had inspired me to grow, that I should thank her. That's when I hung up. The mental gymnastics were Olympic level. Soon after, her lawyer contacted mine, claiming she wanted to revisit the separation terms because I'd come into new financial circumstances. My lawyer shut it down immediately. The money was separate property. But she still pushed, filing motions, dragging things out, costing me legal fees. Eventually, the judge looked at the timeline and denied everything. It should have ended there. It didn't. One afternoon at the grocery store, she found me. She looked different. Tired, stressed, desperate. She stepped in front of my cart and said, "I know about the lottery." Of course she did. Winners become public record eventually. "You won millions," she said, her voice trembling with anger. "And you're keeping it all after I spent 7 years with you?" "You spent 6 months cheating on me," I answered calmly. "And you told me I was holding you back. You left because you wanted someone going places. Well, congrats. You got what you wanted." "That's not fair," she snapped. People were starting to stare. She didn't care. She went on about how the oral surgeon dumped her, how she couldn't afford rent, how she deserved half because she was my wife. "You gave up that title when you cheated," I said. "We're done here." I walked away. She followed me outside, yelling that I was selfish, that money had changed me, that she'd take me to court. I got in my car, locked the doors, and drove away. That week, she started calling from new numbers, crying, apologizing, begging, then switching to threats, then to guilt. Eventually, I changed my number. But she still wasn't done. Her lawyer tried to argue that because I'd bought lottery tickets during the marriage, the winnings were marital property. My lawyer provided years of bank statements showing the weekly $20 habit came from my personal account. The judge not only denied her motion, but sanctioned her lawyer for wasting the court's time. She had to pay part of my legal fees. She didn't have the money to pay them. Then her father showed up at my condo building, demanding I do the right thing. He blamed me for her financial trouble, for her heartbreak, for her embarrassment. He said morally the lottery money belonged to her. He had a meltdown in the lobby until security escorted him out. I filed a harassment report, and the building issued a trespass warning. Still, it kept escalating. She and a new boyfriend, some guy she'd met online, showed up at my building trying to confront me. Security called the cops. The boyfriend was arrested for disorderly conduct when he started yelling at the guard. She used her one phone call from jail to scream at me, claiming I'd ruined her life, that everything had fallen apart only after I'd won money. In her mind, I was responsible for her choices. I filed for a restraining order the next day. At the hearing, her new bargain bin lawyer argued that I was harassing her by flaunting wealth and refusing reasonable requests for assistance. The judge shut that down almost immediately. After reviewing months of texts, voicemails, surprise visits, and harassment, he granted the restraining order for a full year. She cried, saying I'd ruined her life. The judge told her bluntly that her suffering was the direct result of her own decisions. Case closed. 8 months passed quietly. For the first time in a long time, I felt at peace. I completed my first year of architectural design classes and got offered an internship at a respected firm. Unpaid, but I didn't care. I finally felt like I was moving towards something meaningful. I learned through mutual friends that she'd moved to another city, found a new dental office job, and was dating again. She never mentioned the lottery story to anyone. She told people she was divorced and left it at that. I suppose she wanted a clean slate. Her parents sent me a handwritten letter. because they couldn't call without violating the restraining order, saying they were disappointed in me, that the money had made me cold. I showed it to my own mom, and she laughed. "You didn't change," she said. "You just stopped letting people walk all over you." It was the truth. The old me would have felt guilty. The old me would have tried to keep the peace, maybe even have given my ex some money out of pity. But that man was gone. The final legal skirmish came when her lawyer filed some desperate argument about unconscionable circumstances and unjust enrichment. The judge didn't even hear arguments. He dismissed it immediately and warned her legal team that further filings would result in sanctions. And just like that, the storm finally passed. Sometimes at night, I lie in my quiet condo and think about the timing of everything. If I had waited longer to sign those papers, if I hadn't agreed to her rush, things would have been different. I would have still won the lottery, but she would have been entitled to half. She would have been rewarded for betraying me. But she wanted out fast. She couldn't wait to run into the arms of someone flashier. Her impatience cost her millions. The irony isn't lost on me. She left because she said my life was small, because I lacked ambition. Now I'm studying architecture, literally designing buildings, while she's still cleaning teeth in another state. She said she wanted someone with drive, someone going places. I'm no longer chasing anything. Success found me, and the peace that came with it? That's priceless. In the end, she was right about one thing. She did set me free, but she never understood how much I needed that freedom, or how much she'd regret giving it to me. You know, stories like this always hit a strange place between justice and tragedy. On one hand, nobody deserves to be cheated on or manipulated. On the other, it's incredible how life has a way of exposing people's true intentions. His ex-wife didn't just lose millions. She lost someone who genuinely loved her. Someone who would have shared everything if she'd simply stayed faithful and respectful. The lottery didn't change his character. It revealed hers. And honestly, the timing almost feels like the universe stepped in and said, "Enough." He didn't have to take revenge. The consequences unfolded naturally. Sometimes the greatest win isn't the money. It's the peace and freedom that comes after letting the wrong person walk out of your life. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think he should have given her anything? Or do you believe he was right to walk away with every penny? Let me know. Your opinions always make these stories even better.